All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to TurkBride.tv for today's high school baseball matchup between the hometown Sultan Turks and the visiting Falcons of South Whidbey High School. My name is Dan Ballard. I'd like to thank you for taking time to be here on a beautiful sunny afternoon as we've got excellent conditions for a baseball game. Turks coming off of a win last Wednesday. Hope you were here to enjoy that. It's a great, exciting 2-1 victory over the Mount Baker Mountaineers as they came back and scored one, gave up one in the first inning, and then came back and scored one in the sixth and one in the seventh to win by a score of 2-1. So that's a great way to propel themselves to here today against the Falcons of South Whidbey. Final warm-up pitches are going and will be underway here in just 1 minute. All right, we are leading things off here in the top half of the first inning. Leading off for the Falcons of South Whidbey, number 17, Mr. Sturba. And again, unfortunately, we just provided just the last names of the players, so we do want to welcome any fans from South Whidbey that might be joining us today. Hope you enjoy your time here on TurkBride.tv. First pitch is ball one. Pitch is chopped fouled on third base line. Strike one, 1-1. Next pitch. Chopped foul back on the screen. Strike two, 1-2. And swing and miss, strikeout for out number one. So TJ Halson is on the mound for the Turks and recording his first strikeout. Bringing up next for the Falcons, number 33, Mr. Pearson steps in. Swing and miss, strike one. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the first. No score. If you're just joining us here on TurkBride.tv, the hometown Turks versus the Falcons of South Whidbey. Hit but fouled on the third baseline. Count stays at 1-2. And strikeout number 2 for Mr. Halson. All right, next stepping in is number 1, Mr. Davis. Chopped foul down the third baseline, strike 1. And Halson wanted a new baseball. And that's hit straight away center field, and that's going to be a base hit. So Falcons have their first runner and runner at first. And we're working on some of the graphics to keep you up to date on where runners are, but we'll do our best to paint a picture with words here as South Whidbey again has a runner on first. Outs here in the top of the first inning. No score for those of you just joining us. Next up for the Falcons, number 12, Mr. Hilton steps in. And he hits one just about in the same spot, but deeper. Bounces in front of the center fielder, and nice aggressive base running there. We're going to have runners at the corners, first and third, with 2 outs. A little 2-out rally here going on by the Falcons as they have runner in scoring position at third base with 2 outs. So nice hit there by Mr. Hilton. Next is number 11, Mr. Petty steps in with an RBI opportunity. So Halson just looking to get out of this inning without giving up a run. Turks in their last outing gave up one in the top of the first as well. So swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So quickly ahead. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter. Halson takes the sign and delivers. That's inside ball. 1 and 2. 2 outs, runners at the corners. No score here in the top of the first. Runner goes. Oh, the runner's coming to the plate. And makes the play for out number 3. So the Turks survive. No runs allowed. We're going to head to the bottom half of the first inning. The score 0-0. All right, we head headlong into the bottom half of the first inning. Oakley Haney, number 27, leading things off for the hometown Turks. Strike 1. quickly behind in the count, 0-2. And that's fouled. Hot shot. Ooh, right into the Turks dugout there. Got to look alive. Swing and a miss, and 1 up, 1 out for the Turks here in the bottom of the first.
Number 10, Caden Keeler.
And number 10, Caden Keeler steps in. And Keeler, first pitch, strike 1. Strike 2. So quickly, pitcher ahead in the count, 0-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. No score. Base is empty. And that's hit straight away center field, but right at the center fielder who makes the play for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for the Turks in the bottom half of the first. It's going to bring up
Number 22, Derek Feltner.
Derek Feltner, number 22, steps in. Feltner looking at the first pitch. That's high, ball 1. And that's fouled over the screen right over our vantage point here. 1-1. Where did it go? It went up. It went up. Way up and over our heads, right? Ball outside, a little low and outside. And that's fouled out of play down the first base side. And it's a hot shot right at the second baseman. Knocks it down, was able to recover fairly quickly and time for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Turks. We head to the second inning with the score 0-0. All right, leading things off here in the top half of the second inning, Mr. Petty for the Falcons. Halson delivers. That's swing and a miss. Strike one. Two balls, one strike. And that is hit deep to the outfield. It's center field between center and left. Left fielder makes a play for out number one. So long fly ball out and one down for the Falcons. Yeah, next number 24, Mr. Pearson steps in for the Falcons. Falcons of South Whidbey today wearing their black jerseys with the royal blue shoulders and the gray pants, and the Turks wearing their Columbia blue tops and white bottoms today. Swing and a miss. Halson. Ball one. Halson throwing hard out there. Big, tall right-hander. And that is hit sharply deep to right field. And he comes in and just can't make a play. Drops right in front of him, and it's going to be a stand-up double. Stand-up double for the Falcons. So they're going to have a runner in scoring position, one out here in the top of the first. That's going to be top of the second. My apologies. Stepping in now, number 19, Mr. Smith. Hemcox. I'm not. It's difficult to read. I'm not sure if it's Hecox or Hemcox. What do you think, Mickey? Is that Hecox? H-E-A Hecox? I think it might be. I apologize again to his parents or people who know that young gentleman if I'm mispronouncing it. We're having a little difficulty reading the lineup sheet we were presented. So, strike one. And for those of you that are joining us here on TurkPride.tv, if you're from fans of the Turks or fans of the Falcons, we do all are welcome here. We do appreciate you spending some time. Hit that like button if you like what you're seeing here, or the subscribe button here on TurkPride.tv. We do appreciate it so that we continue to bring you this great programming on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. That's outside ball. That's low ball. Two balls, two strikes. Strike three. And Halson records another strikeout. So he's having a good, solid outing right now. Good control, getting ahead of the batters. And so far it has been successful. Again, runner sitting at scoring position, but now two outs for the Falcons. Runner out at second base. Chop foul. Keeps an eye on the runner at second. Takes his lead. Swing and a miss by the batter, number 7, Mr. Henry. 0-2, two outs. Runner at second base takes his lead for the Falcons. Low ball. Halson would really like to strike this batter out and retire the side. That's outside. Ball 2-2. Runner takes his lead. Halston delivers. Strike 3, and the side is retired. So we head to the bottom half of 2. Score still knotted up, 0-0. All right, we make our way headlong into the bottom half of the second inning, leading off our pitcher, T.J. Holson. And Halston jumps on the first pitch, hits it sky high to the right fielder. Oh, and he misplays it. Must have got caught in the sun there and bobbles it. Had a pretty routine play out there and was not able to handle it. So Halston leads with a lead-off double. Turks with a runner in scoring position. No outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. Number 11, Keegan Arnold stepping in for the Turks. And that's lifted to right field as well. That's going to drop. And Turks are going to send Halston around. Nope. He holds. Holds at third. So we have runners at the corners, first and third for the Turks. So a nice start here in the second inning for the hometown Turks.
Number 6,
Bubba Verhool steps in, number 6. Bubba Verhool. Runner goes and fakes the throw. And so we're going to have runners now at second and third. No outs here for the Turks, so great start here to this second inning for the Turks with 2 runners in scoring positions and nobody out. Swing and a miss. That's high ball. And number 17, Sturba, is the pitcher for the Falcons. So a couple of hard throwers out there for both the Turks and the Falcons here to start things off today. Both players throwing some heat, and that's a strike. Swing and a miss, and Verhool goes down on strike. So out 1 for the Turks, but still 2 on, only 1 out.
Number 5, Casey Sifferman.
And number 5, Casey Sifferman stepping in. Getting the sign from his third base coach, Leverett, and is going to step in here with an RBI opportunity, trying to get the Turks on the board and get them an early lead here in our game. That's on the outside corner, strike one. Ball, low and outside, just missed. Strike, nice pitch there by the Falcons, by Mr. Sturba. Swing and a miss. Boy, just throwing some pure heat there. And Sifferman cannot connect. So now, quickly, 2 out for the Turks. So they were an opportunity with nobody out, runners at first and third. Now 2 outs with runners at second and third. So a golden opportunity. The Turks got to see if they can push at least one across here and not strand those base runners in this opportunity they've been given. Outside, ball one. And that's sharp foul down the first base line. Chop foul back to the screen. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners at second and third for the Turks. And just missed. 2-2. That's outside. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on for the Turks. So something's got to give here. Strike 3. Oh, and the Turks, tough break. Strand 2. And we go to the third with the score still 0-0. All right, we make our way to the third inning. Still no score. Leading things off for the Falcons, number 22, Mr. Thorson. First pitch from Halston is jumped on, hit sharply, but right at the first baseman, who makes the play unassisted for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down for the Falcons.
Number 17, Sturba.
And our pitcher, Mr. Sturba, number 17, steps in at the top of the order. Strike 1. And that's hit fair down the third baseline. Nope, foul. Foul. My mistake. So just foul down the third baseline. And that's fouled off sharply off the back screen there. So Sturba stays alive. Halson continues to throw hard. And that's lifted into right field, and that's going to be no! He did not make the catch. No. No, the umpire had a good view on it. He said no, 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 waved his hands, means it was a trap, and the ball did hit the ground. So the runner, Sturba, is safe at first base with a single.
Number 33,
All right, next up, number 33, Mr. Pearson. We want to welcome everybody that's here. 55 viewers, I've been told by my producer, which is fantastic. We appreciate you spending time here on a lovely, lovely day for baseball here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. And you've tuned in for a good one. So thus far, 0-0 if you're just joining us here, hometown Turks and the Falcons of South Whidbey High School. Strike two. Halson sets, comes to the plate, swing and a miss. And there is out number two. So 2 outs for the Falcons here in the top half of the third. And again, for all of our viewers, if you like the programming, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We do appreciate it. It helps promote and support the programming that you are enjoying today here on TurkPride.tv. Squares the bunt, coming in, runner goes, and it's over the second baseman. He's going to continue to go. And Sturba is going to end up at third. And so with 2 outs, now some good aggressive base running there by the pitcher, Sturba. He's going to make it from first to third with 2 outs and an RBI opportunity, obviously, for Mr. Davis at the plate right now for the Falcons. Halson just needs to stay focused on the batter. That is high ball. Good-sized group of fans that are here at Turk Field today, supporting the hometown Turks. 67, I'm hearing now. Wow, tell your friends, tell your neighbors. It's the place to be this afternoon. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third for the Falcons. And that is hit high and playable, but it's going to be foul. And nice catch by the first base, makes a diving catch, and the runner does not score. So we head to the bottom half of the third, still tied 0-0. All right, onward and upward to the bottom half of the third inning. Brett Bush going to step in for the Turks. Score still knotted at 0-0 here. And a couple of hard-throwing righties on the mound for both the Turks and the Falcons today. Strike just on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Here in the bottom of the third, no score for those of you just joining us. It's been a pitching defensive battle here. There have been some base runners, but it's been bend, not break for both squads as we still have zeros on both sides of the ledger. That's strike 3 and out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down for the Turks. And Oakley Haney, number 27, stepping in for the Turks. Strike. So Sturba continues to throw strikes. Has had good control here. Has thrown hard, but has thrown accurately and has consistently stayed ahead of the batters. That's a slow roller to the second baseman. Fields it cleanly over to first for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for the Turks here in the bottom half of the third.
Number 10, Caden Keeler.
Caden Keeler, number 10, is our next batter for the Turks. Strike. And it's a sky-high pop. And first baseman comes in and makes the catch unassisted for out number 3. So the side is retired, 3 up, 3 down for the Turks. We head to the top of the fourth. Score still knotted, 0-0. All right, leading things off here in the fourth inning for South Whidbey. Number 12, Mr. Hilton, stepping in. High, ball 1. So again, we'd like to thank everybody for taking time and joining us here on TurkPride.tv this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying this just as much as we're enjoying bringing it to you on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Strike. So again, mentioned it already. Very impressed with both of these young men and the pitching that's been shown today. Throwing hard, but having good control and staying ahead of the batters. That's going to hit, and that's going to skip through between the third baseman and shortstop for a leadoff single for the Falcons. Mr. Petty, number 11, steps in, taking a long look down at his third base coach and getting his sign. Strike one. And we hit triple digits as far as viewers, so congratulations to you guys. We really do appreciate all your support here this afternoon on TurkPride.tv. Ooh, squared to a bunt, but way over the screen. Foul. And coming up, sure to be with us on Friday. Friday we're going to take on Overlake. Now, looking at the weather report, little dicey, but we'll keep our fingers crossed that we'll be able to get a game in on Friday, day after tomorrow, here on TurkPride.tv, 4 o'clock, for the hometown Turks and Overlake High School. Olsen delivers, and that's lifted high and straight away center field, and he makes the catch, and the runner retreats. So 2 outs here for the Falcons. Runner at first, and number 24, excuse me, Mr. Pearson stepping in. Chop, foul at the plate, strike one. Swing and a miss. Runner advances to second base on the pass ball. So runner in scoring position for the Falcons. Oh, that one got away from Olsen. That was the first bad pitch I've seen him throw all day today. Just lost control on that one. So that was just a bit inside. Ball. 1-2. 1 out. Swing and a miss. And now quickly 2 outs with a runner at second. Yes, next in number 19, Smith Hecox, Mr. Smith Hecox for the Falcons. As is has been the case most innings, runner in scoring position, but teams have not been able to push those runners across, and it's been good pitching and defense has been the tone of the day for both of these squads, as we still see the double zeros sitting on both sides of the ledger on the scoreboard out in left field. That's a swing and a miss. Halston quickly ahead, 0-2. Just missed a little bit high. 1-2. Missed outside corner. 2-2. Oh, and hit by pitch, so we get a free pass. So we're going to have runners at first and second. Halson delivers, swing and a miss, strike one. Runners at first and second for the Falcons. 2 outs. Strike two. Chopped, slow roller to the third baseman, has difficulty, and everybody is safe. So the bases are full, just a little bit of a bobble by the third baseman, unable to handle it cleanly, and the result is bases loaded, still with 2 outs for the Falcons. So bases loaded, 2 outs, and Halson looking to get himself out of this inning without giving up a run. Nice pitch. Strike one. That's low. Ball. 1-1. Chopped foul down the first baseline. 1-2. 2 outs, bases loaded for the Falcons. No score here in the top half of the fourth. Low ball. And home plate umpire calls time to brush off the plate. Two. A lot of chatter out there, and we got the batter steps out. Falcons urging on their teammates out on the field. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. Way to pitch yourself out of it. Excellent job by Mr. Halson. Side is retired, stranding 3. We head to the bottom of 4, still 0-0. Good noise. All right. We're about ready to make our way to the bottom half of the fourth inning. And boy, if you have just joined us, you have missed some excitement thus far. It is a defensive battle, pitching battle. Bend but do not break, and do not let runs across has been the theme of the day as we sit at 0-0 here in the bottom half of the fourth. First pitch inside, ball 1. Ooh, that's popped sky high and out of play. And fouled right back at the screen. 1-2. Swing and a miss. And 1 up, 1 down for the Turks.
Number 1, TJ Halson.
And our pitcher, TJ Halson, who got himself out of a big jam last inning, has been doing an excellent job on the mound, throwing hard but with control, and witnessed by the fact that the Turks have yet to give up a run, but yet to score a run as well. So got to get that offense clicking here in what appears is going to be a very low-scoring affair today. Runs are going to be precious and few. Strike. Quickly ahead, 0-2. Inside ball. Strike 3. So 2 up, 2 down for the Turks. Again, Mr. Sturba doing a nice job on the mound for the Falcons. So you're enjoying a really great pitching battle here between these two young men here today. Been very impressed with both of them, not only in how hard they throw, but their ability to have good command of their pitches, for the most part stay ahead of the batters, and definitely have been helping their team's efforts here on both sides, offensively and defensively today. Foul back to the screen. Foul. And that slapped right at the third baseman. Fields it cleanly, come up throwing hard over to first base for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Turks. No score. We head to the top of 5. Still knotted at 0-0. All right, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of you who have tuned in today. My producer has told me we've hit flirting with 200 viewers, which is awesome. We really do appreciate your support. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and it helps continue bringing you the programming that you're enjoying here today on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Heading headlong into the 5th inning. Still knotted at 0-0. Halson continues on the mound against his adversary, number 17, Mr. Sturba, at the top of the order. And Sturba lifts it into right field and caught for out number 1. So a long fly ball, 1 up, 1 down for the Falcons here in the top of the 5th. Mr. Pearson steps in for South Whidbey. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Parcell, I apologize. Number 21 steps in, Parcell, for the Falcons. First time we've seen Mr. Parcell today. Strike. Slap foul back against the screen. So again, in a very rapidly paced game, we're just not quite to an hour yet. Not quite to an hour, and we are already almost to the middle of the fifth inning. So definitely reflected in the score as both teams do have some hits, but the theme of the day has been pitching and defense for both sides. That's slapped right at the third baseman. Fields it clean, coming up, throwing hard over to first base. Stretch, and got him for out number 3. So the side is retired. No score. We head to the bottom of 5, still 0-0.
Number 6, Bubba Verheugen.
Bubba Verheugen, number 6, leading off. Leading off for the Turks here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Still knotted 0-0. And Mr. Sturb on the mound continues to throw hard, continues to throw strikes. Low ball. Swing and a miss.
All right, everything is good. I need to listen.
Outside ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's lifted towards the third baseman. Fields it cleanly, coming up, throwing, and makes the play in time. 1 out.
Now batting, number 5, Casey Sifferman.
And number 5, Casey Sifferman stepping in for the Turks. I want to give a big shout out to my producer Brandy and to Dave Moon for all the work that they've done on the graphics that we're showing. I like the new scoreboard there. That's awesome. So every game we're trying to kind of enhance the viewing experience here for you on TurkPride.tv, and we do appreciate both Brandy's efforts and Diamond Dave Moon, executive producer's efforts, kind of on the rush this afternoon to get things pulled together. And swing and an out. So 2 down, 2 outs for the Turks here in the bottom half of the 5th.
Now batting number 2, Jacob Fettig.
Swing and a miss. Jacob Fettig, the batter for the Turks, number 2. And that's chop fouled on the first base line. 2 strikes. Again, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in today here on TurkPride.tv for this great matchup between 2 very evenly matched teams. That's outside ball. And again, we can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We do appreciate it. Helps continue funding this type of broadcasting you're joining here today. That's strike 3, and the side is retired. So we head to the 6th. Still scored 0-0. All right, swing and a miss for strike 1 here as we jump back into action here in the top half of the 6th inning. No balls, 2 strikes. Quickly on the batter. No balls, 2 strikes. It's foul ball, or excuse me, fly ball to the right fielder, and he catches it for out number 1. So 1 out. 1 out for South Whidbey here in the top of the 6th. New batter. Ball 1. 1 balls, no strikes. Strike 1. 1 and 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's fouled. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top half of the 6th. Halson delivers. That's slapped right between, right at the shortstop. He knocks it down, but not in time to get up and make a throw. So single for the Falcons. Next up is Mr. Pearson stepping in. And again, for those of you just joining us, the lineup card we were provided only has the player's last name, so we do apologize. But we're working off the information that was provided to us. Halson looks over. Nice lead taken by the runner at first. Halson delivers. Curve. Nice pitch in there for strike one. No balls. One strike. Halson sets, delivers, and that's outside, ball one. 1-1. And again, we'd like to thank all of you that take time here to join us on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Halson makes the throw over. Runner gets back under the tag. And yes, we do enjoy your support. And hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Helps continue to bring this type of broadcasting. Bunt laid down nicely. Halson's only play over to first, but it advances the runner, so the Falcons have a runner in scoring position. That's textbook baseball, how you do it. Move that runner along, get him in scoring position at second. But now 2 outs for the Falcons. And Mr. Smith stepping in, number 19. Halson, and that's lifted, foul down the first baseline, deep, but foul. Strike one. No balls, one strike. That's the count. Ball. And it's hit back. Mm-hmm. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Chopped down the third base line. And, it stays fair. And that's going to bring in a run. So third baseman thought that was going to hop foul, but it did not. It stayed fair, and that allowed the run to come across. So the Falcons score first. They're on the board, leading 1-0. All right, so the South Whidbey strikes first, and they're able to get on the board. Again, third baseman for the Turks thought that it was waiting for it to jump foul, and it just did not. It stayed fair, and because that allowed some aggressive base running by the Falcons to score the go-ahead run here, now leading in the top of the 6th, 1-0. Runner goes, and the ball slapped foul back against the screen. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Falcons leading the hometown Turks 1-0. Runner goes. Slapped foul. Strike. 1-2. Halson sets, delivers, runner goes. Again, slapped foul back against the screen. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I don't think you know what a strike is.
Halson looks over at the runner at first. And that is slapped right at the first baseman, and he makes the play unassisted for out number 3. But the Falcons score 1. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Turks trailing 1-0. All right, we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. So South Whidbey strikes first in the top half of the 6th, and now they lead 1-0 in a very tight game. Pitching and defense have been the theme of the day, and both Sturba and Halson, our 2 pitchers, have gone the distance thus far. Swing and a miss, and 1 up, 1 down quickly for the Turks here in the bottom of 6.
Number 27, Oakley Haney.
Strike. Quickly ahead, 0-2. And 3. Wow, Sturba's still throwing heat out there here in 6 after 6 innings. So nice job by that young man. And quickly 2 out for the Turks in their half of the 6th. Caden Keeler stepping in, trying to get something going for the Turks. Right now it's just base runners. Need to get base runners, manufacture a run, tie this thing up. Outside, ball 1. And that's hit. High pop fly, straight away center field, and underneath it, and the side is retired. All right, so Turks still trail by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment. All right, again, we'd like to thank everybody for taking time and spending it here with us on TurkPride.tv for a very entertaining game. Hope you've enjoyed it just as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Upcoming on Friday, day after tomorrow, the hometown Turks will take on Overlake High School here at Turk Field. Obviously, weather permitting. Weather looks like it's going to change a little bit, but hopefully we'll be able to get a game in on Friday, 4 o'clock, TurkPride.tv. All right, we go headlong into the top half of the 7th inning here. Halson is going to go the distance for the Turks, and no reason to make a pitching change. Still throwing hard, and it was just the one run, just a miscalculation by the third baseman that allowed that ball just to did not go foul like he thought it would, and some aggressive base running by the Falcons allowed them to score. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter. That's outside ball. Ooh, inside. Jammed him on that one, but he was able to get a piece of it. Count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes. And out number 1. Ball 1. And Sturba, the pitcher, who's gone the distance and has done an excellent job today. That's lifted foul down the first base line. Sturba steps back in. 1-1. Halson, and he hits it, and this one's way out of play down the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's chopped foul down the third base line. So Sturba's fouled off 3, 2 down the first base side, 1 down the third base side, and the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Falcons leading the hometown Turks 1-0. And that's a straightaway right back up the middle, and that's going to be a single for Mr. Sturba. So he continues to help his own cause here today. Number 21 stepping in for the Falcons. Sturba on first, takes his lead. Halson takes a look over. Outside, ball 1. Next pitch from Halson. Swing. Strike 1. 1-1. 1 out. Runner at first. And Sturba gets back underneath the throw. Halson would just love a nice little one right to the shortstop for a double play to end this inning. Runner goes. And that slapped right between the third baseman and shortstop. So nice placement of the ball. And that's going to leave the Falcons with runners at first and second, one out here in the top of the seventh. All right, Coach Leverrett's going to come out and have a little talk with Mr. Halston. Not sure if we're going to have a pitching change here, but we'll take just a brief break here on TurkPride.tv. And we are going to have a pitching change. And an excellent job by Mr. Halston today, but he is done, and so we'll have a little break here as we get a pitching change, give them an opportunity to warm up. And again, we would like to thank all of you for spending time here with us on TurkPride.tv on what has been a fantastic day weather-wise and a fantastic baseball game thus far. 1-0 South Whidbey here in the seventh. Don't you go anywhere. We're going to have action again this coming Friday, day after tomorrow, as the hometown Turks take on Overlake High School here at Turk Field, obviously weather permitting. So we'll look forward to that and hope you join us here on Friday here on TurkPride.tv. All right, our pitching change is done, and we're going to have new pitcher number 10, Caden Keeler, is on the mound for the Turks. He inherits a runner at first and at second with one out, and lifted high, should be playable. Oh, and it drops in, but the runners hold, and they were going to have runners at first, second, and third. So bases loaded for the Falcons here with just one out in the top of the seventh. So tough break there. Was a difficult one. Left fielder had to come charge quite a ways, but was unable to get there in time, and the ball dropped just in front of him to allow the runners to advance. All right. And we've got a pinch runner, number 15, coming in. And we'll take a spot at second base. So bases loaded, one out for the Falcons. And number 19, Mr. Smith Hecox, at the plate. Swing and a miss. Correction, I'm sorry, it's number 12, Hilton. Number 12, Hilton, at the bat right now. No balls, one strike, one out. Bases are full. So Keeler comes into a tough spot here, trying to find a double play ball to get him out of this inning. High ball. 1-1. And that's lifted high and drifting. Fair ball. So that's going to score a run. Wow, that was really close. It just dropped in, just fair out in left field, and some heady base running there allowed the runner to score. So it's now 2-0 South Whidbey. Number 11, Mr. Petty stepping in. Base path still full of Falcons. That's outside ball 1. And oh! Wow, almost hit him. 11 just got out of the way inside there by Keeler, but 2 balls, no strikes. And that's hit into left field. That's going to drop. That's going to score 2. There's got 1. They're sending the second one, and that's going to score 2. So South Whidbey scores 2, and we're going to have runners at first and second with still 1 out. So the Falcons kind of breaking things open here in the top half of the 7th. What has been a defensive battle, all of a sudden Falcons have broken things wide open here in the top half of the 7th. So Turks looking just to get out of this inning here without any further damage. Keeler outside ball 1. And again, we'd like to thank everybody that is here in person or joining us here online for the broadcast today. We hope you've enjoyed it just as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. High ball. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, runners at first and second for the Falcons, now leading the hometown Turks 4-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. And Keeler steps off. Runners retreat. Strike. Chopped foul. Count stays 2-2. Keeler gets his sign. Takes a look at the runner taking his lead at second and comes to the plate. That's inside ball. Strike on the outside corner. So 2 outs. And brings up number 19, Mr. Smith Hecox. All right, runners at first and second, 2 outs, so they'll be going on the crack of the bat. Outside, ball 1. Chopped foul. 1-1. And that's lifted high in the left center field. And left field makes the play for out number 3. But the damage is done. The Turks now trail heading to the bottom of the 7th, 4-0. All right, here we go. One last dance, one last chance for the Turks here in the bottom half of the 7th, trailing 4-0. So South Whidbey really put the sting into things at the beginning, top of the inning, and Turks looking to dig themselves out. Sturba continues. That's hit deep, 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 deep. Right field. Oh, it goes all the way to the fence, just short of it being out of the Parker. And Feltner's going to start things off with a stand-up double. So nice start there to the inning for the Turks.
Now batting number 1, TJ Holson.
TJ Holson, our starting pitcher, did an excellent job today in keeping things very close here until things just kind of started to unravel there in the 7th inning. Sturba continues to go the distance here for the Falcons. Fouled off the screen down the first base side, strike 1. And that's hit deep, straightaway center, over the center fielder's head, and that's going to score a run. They're going to send Feltner. And the Turks are on the board. So nice hit, double by Feltner, double by Halson, bringing the RBI aboard for the Turks, and they are on the board now, trailing 4-1. Keegan Aumel stepping in for the Turks with Halson, runner in scoring position, out at second. No outs here in the bottom half of the 7th for the Turks. Swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. And Aumel pops it up over towards the shortstop's going to make the play unassisted for out number 1, and so Halson retreats.
Now batting number 6,
Bubba Verheuel, number 6, stepping in. Again, runner in scoring position. Halson out at second base. Verheuel looking for a way to just move him around. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Strike on the lower outside corner. So quickly Sturba gets ahead. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second for the Turks, looking to keep things going here in the bottom of the 7th. And just can't pull up quick enough. Jammed him, and he went around for strike number 3. So 2 outs, Turks down to their last out here. And Sifferman looking to keep things going here for the Turks as they trail 4-1, bottom of 7. Outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So quickly. Oh, it's going to be 1-1. My apologies. 1-1. That's high. Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner in scoring position out at second is Halson for the Turks. Outside ball. 3-1. And runner goes, and Halson makes it successfully. And Sifferman's going to get a free pass down to first. So we got runners at the corners.
Now batting number 2, Jacob Fettig.
Runner. There we go. Sorry about that. A little brief technical difficulty. So runners at the corners for the Turks. Safe. Oh, field umpire says he got back underneath. The Falcons thought they had him, but no, sir. Field umpire had a good view of that one, and he said Sifferman was able to beat it down underneath the tag. Sturba looks over at Sifferman, keeping him close. Runners at the corners. High ball. So Turks trying to mount a rally here. And we're going to have a break in the action as the coach goes out and talks with his pitcher on the mound just to make sure that they're clear as far as everything that they need to know. So again, at this time, we'd like to thank everybody for joining us here on TurkPride.tv. We do appreciate your support. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It does help us continue to bring this type of programming to you that you are enjoying today. All right. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Foul back to the screen. Strike. All right, and that is, I apologize for the technical difficulties, but that is the game. So the Turks come up on the short end of a 4-1 tilt. We do appreciate you being here with us today. Those of you, we do a reminder, we do have a game on Friday against Overlake High School. Be sure to join us here at 4 o'clock, same place, turkpride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. So for myself, Dan Beller, my producer, Brandy, and all of the others helping us here, we do say good night.
I think I know what I'm doing.